Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another wondrous episode lies ahead for our beautiful nation as we finally, dare I say, kick off the automobile industry. We've been waiting on it for so very long. In fact, a couple of sessions ago, there was a comment about just how many episodes ago we'd first established the plans for the automobile industry, and I don't remember the exact number right now, but it was a long time ago. But I'm very excited as a result for today's episode as we finally get all those final pieces of the puzzle in place to, stop spinning our wheels and start, spinning our wheels. You know what I mean. Anyways, folks, there's a lot to deal with. There's a lot to do, so I will not bore you with a prolonged introduction. Just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, I do read through all of the comments, as well as look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on what people are interested in, but also, in how they're interested in seeing it get done. That's why I read all the comments. If you have any suggestions, opinions, thoughts, concerns, feelings, what have you, feel free to drop them down below and they will get read and they will be addressed in one way or another. On the topic of addressing things, there is a major thing that needs addressing more or less right off the bat, which is tangentially related to our automobile industry over here. I say tangentially, I should maybe say train-gentially for a terrible bit of wordplay to get this party started. Folks, you might recall at the end of that was really bad. You might recall at the end of last session, we came upon this issue over here with our trains. I said I would maybe fix it between sessions. Rather than do that, I figured I would at least, make a point of it that it's there. And what we'll do is we'll do a quick jump cut and I'll solve it because it's just tedium. It's nothing interesting to solve this. I think all we have to do is flip the trains around, make sure the semaphores allow them to pass through, and then the rotation will be back. We'll be back up and running as we're supposed to be in hopefully in no time. I think what happened, just to analyze the problem, is that I think one of the construction trains wandered over to here. Not exactly sure why, not sure what it was trying to accomplish. There's nothing for it to build out over here. Just in case, let's suspend this construction, this temporary piece of track over here. But one had wandered out to this area, and I think what that did was, I think that blocked off some of these semaphores and prevented these trains from moving, but these trains kept coming, and so now we've got this massive train jam going on. So what I need to do is, apart from just clear this area up, I just need to make sure as well that these semaphores aren't going to cause any conflicts with what we've already got going on over here, because a train will never cross this threshold. We should never see a train go this way. It should only ever go that way. In fact, I could have even left this disconnected. I connected it because I felt, future-proofing. Eventually, we might need this, but I just need to make sure that we're not seeing any troubles for these passenger lines. We're also, of course, going to be paying for this, and we'll be taking care of the semaphore. That's gonna be an undertaking. But we're going to have to take care of the semaphores and stuff for this as well, and we're also going to have to actually get trains over to this area. But that's all for later. That stuff I think we're going to actually watch happen because it's a lot more integral and there's a lot more, problem solving, and it's not tedium like what I'm about to do in this jump cut. All right, that took like no time actually. I think a day just passed in game time, but like the sun didn't set or rise or anything. I think I've solved it. I feel pretty good if I did, because I'm pretty sure I've recognized the issue now with this area, and I've sorted it out. One thing I did do as well in the meanwhile is I swapped these were both chains. I swapped them out to be regular two ways as well. So hopefully we don't get that kind of jamming ever again. Again, these are chains over here. These I guess don't need to be chains. Well, they need to be chains going this way. Now, in an upcoming update, in the next update, in fact, I believe, we are getting more complex mixed signals. Apart from other things, we're also getting mixed signals where it's one-way chain, one-way regular, which I've been talking about for a while as like it would make sense to me for those to exist. I've mentioned a couple times, seems like they do exist, I guess, in the real world, or at least they're about to exist in this game, and that would make this kind of stuff make a lot more sense to me, because of course it needs to be a chain going this way, but it doesn't need to be a chain going this way, so we'll eventually be able to do that. But for now, I guess we keep these as chains, even though they'll likely never see use. And I think after this train clears this block out, we should see these trains start to move through. And hopefully everything will, be okay. Now, I realized I should have probably done this before the jump cut, but we didn't miss that much time. I did want to touch on this situation again. 50.6 is our current population. Our 21 pluses are still a little too high. We're definitely going to want to take care of that, but it does look like it's somewhat stable. No, actually, no, it doesn't look like it's stabilized at all. Oh, actually, yeah, it has stabilized a little bit. You can see it's starting to creep back up. We're not going to rest on our laurels, though, of course, but just something to note, I suppose. Average productivity as well, by the way, 97%. That's got to be good, right? Average lifespan as well, 82.78. Like that's pretty good. I think we can be proud of that, right? What was our? I mean, I wish this had a drop down. Yeah, I wish I could like scroll right back to the beginning of the game, but it would take forever to do it through clicks. No way I'm gonna do that. No, I'm gonna do that. But yeah, overall things are looking pretty good. Pretty soon we're gonna have access to more radio and TV. Work as well, or entertainment, I suppose. And we'll start sorting out power, and we'll start sorting everything out over here after I think the automobile industry is up and running. Because honestly, this is a new thing that we just started. This has been waiting on our attention for so very long. I can't recall, by the way, if I mentioned this before the cut now or not, but rather than bringing trains from St. Portia all the way down to over here, I'm actually wondering if it's time now to establish a train depot down over here somewhere. Because, honestly, this is, like, to go from all the way up over here down to here for a train that will never cross these tracks again seems a little ridiculous, right? Seems a little inefficient, seems a little pointless. So I'm actually wondering if we don't establish a... we've got some tracks over here. Like, if we don't establish a train depot up over here or something, it won't get used very often. And we'll probably just pay for it, honestly. Where are we? Trains. Infrastructure. There we go. The long depot is the one I want. I know it's... There we go. Long train depot. I was like, I know it's here somewhere. Playing tricks on me. Yeah, we got the long one down over here. And again, this is... we're going to put some more trees down so we can separate the industry from the housing over here a little bit. Just trying to figure out the best spot for this. Needs flat terrain is not a problem for us, as we very well know by now. We can just drop it down over here, maybe. Kind of close to these fields. What I might actually want to do is pull these tracks up a little bit so we can put some more fields down over here. Pull these roads down a little bit. We can have some more fields fit up over here. That feels like a good idea. Yeah, I might actually... Yeah, let's maybe do that. But let's also go ahead and... I thought I saw a nice spot over here somewhere. We'll start over here. Let's go ahead and flatten over here first, and we'll that might allow us to flatten even further down. Yeah, I was right. Had a feeling. And again, this is like, think about this as the supplier of trains, not just for... Oh, you know what? It's gone the... Let's just level height from center. Auto build using rubles. There we go. This won't just supply trains for the automobile industry, but just for everything in the area, right? Even the passenger trains or trams or whatever we end up taking, that will take people from Uprising Grad to the automobile industry passenger station. Like, does that train really need to come from all the way up over here? Does that really make sense? Not to me, right? I was thinking about this, I think, last night. Maybe that's why I was having trouble sleeping, because I was thinking about trains. But no, I think it just makes infinitely more sense. I mean, y'all let me know if you think I'm wrong. Always welcome dissenting opinions. I always do. Helps me. I mean, feedback helps me. Constructive criticism, constructive feedback helps me. Never hesitate to share some if you've got some. That's why I read all the comments, right? As I've said countless times before. Yeah, let's tuck you in nicely over here. Right? Pop you right down over here. Not auto building just quite yet. We might let Zavodskin stuff, take care of it at first, and then when we deal with everything else, we'll come back over here and finish this off ourselves. But the tracks themselves, I think we'll pay for what's left. I don't think we need to. There's no rush on them, to be honest. There's no rush on them. On what's left, I mean. It's just for when cars get done. This is the track that needs to be taken for export purposes. Is it even being built though right now? No assigned construction office. Oh well, that's maybe part of the problem. This piece is still being built, okay, and then this will be continued. Sure, we'll see. Like I said, this isn't essential, though this connection will be. So we'll probably auto build a big chunk of it. Now, not just this actually, but I also wonder. I also wonder about supplying more power over here. That's something that's been brought up before as well, that we only have one spot. Like, if this building catches fire, all of our trains stop. Bit of a problem, maybe just a little bit of a concern. So it wouldn't be a terrible idea maybe establish one up over here. Oh, sorry, up over here. Or down over here, potentially, instead. We've got these tracks going. It'll be a while yet before they get built. A while yet, so fine. Let's go ahead and establish a setup over here, maybe. If we can fit one in nicely. Railroad electric connection. There we go, that's right. Flip you around this way. We should be good to do this. I wonder how much power will actually transfer through, like, one track. Like, I don't know how that sustainability is, like, calculated, I suppose. But I think a worthwhile, maybe, experiment here. Let's try it. Let's try it. What's the... Famous last words. What's the worst that could happen, right? We pop you down over... We'll tips get in my way here. Pop you down over here, roughly. Curve looks like it should work for our tracks. Moving further as well, right? Here, let's try it. And we'll bring power from our southern power plant. Okay, drop you down over there. Again, we're not auto-building, so we don't have to worry about too steep. And flatten over here a bit. There we go, beautiful. Connect. I would like to connect like this. Yes. To me, that looks nice. Now, again, we're not going to see too much vehicle traffic over here. This entire section will hardly see use, so I don't feel the need to overcomplicate this with bridges or anything. Again, famous last words? Maybe. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I mean, this part will almost never see a train. Like, this section will almost never see a train. This section will see a train every once in a while when it's loading up on cars and heading on out. We could do... Yeah, see, all these intersections makes it hard for bridge work, and the curved roads and stuff makes it hard for bridge work. I think we should be fine over here. I think we should be fine over here. Go ahead and just commission you for now. Let's go ahead and... We're going to pay for these road upgrades. I'm going to go ahead and get a road connection. You know what? I think I should sort this out as well. I mean, I like this straight line over here. We can probably bring this curve a bit sooner. I love how, like, what I should be doing is unpausing to make sure the trains are working, but I'm, like, getting ahead of myself over here. Hope y'all don't mind, but I think this will help us with a couple of other issues as well, right? Yeah, and that way it will be kind of forced, so to speak, to cut off the village over here as well. Alright, cancel roads from right down over here, all the way up to over here, even further along, up to here. And let's get these roads coming up with a sharp turn up this way. Need to do a little bit of flattening, it seems. Not the end of the world. Let's try averages so we can actually, like, bring it back up. There we go. Road back out. Should be good. Yes, excellent. All the way up to there. And I'd like it to be nicely lined up over here if possible. And that kind of a thing. Over here, can we... Just gotta get rid of this to make it quote-unquote perfect. Like, hook up over here. I quite like that, actually. Even though I used the wrong type of road for no apparent reason apart from a misclick. There we go. And we can get rid of this. We gotta make sure we get the wires correctly here. Done. Pay for you right away. These guys... You know, it isn't perfect. It's not perfect. I wonder if I'm willing to sacrifice something else instead here. Like, if I'm willing to do, like, that kind of... No, that's even messier. Terrible. But I have trust issues with the AI being able to figure that out. Maybe this kind of a thing. And that way the road cuts off over here. Yeah, sure. I think that works for me. So we'll go ahead and... you guys not have lights over here? Well, they don't. Alright, well, let's go ahead and upgrade all of that. Auto build using rubles. Upgrade you. Yeah, these guys need streetlights. They're like schools and stuff. These guys need streetlights for sure. Go ahead and do this. Again, we've got the money, so I'm not worried about auto building and all that jazz. Let's auto build all this stuff as well. These back roads need some love. They've needed some love for a while, in fact. We have quite a few roads that need some love, actually. Let's go ahead and make this connection as well. Streetlights can go sure up to here, and then we can get rid of the streetlights right by the the side over here. We might upgrade this eventually as well. And again, this will give us some more room for more fields. And what I'll want to do, though, with those fields is I'll want to time them. Got some harvesting going on right now. Actually, maybe now's the perfect time. Maybe now's the perfect time to put those fields down that I've been talking about for a while. Let's try it. It's all coming together right now. It's all coming together right now. Food, big field. Can we fit it in? No, it'll have to be a medium field, won't it? Unless. Flat terrain. Infrastructure will definitely get in the way. Come on, don't lie to me, game. I don't think the large field will fit here. It would have been great if it did, but we can fit some mediums in probably. We can fit some mediums in. You know what? Maybe I'll leave this for. Oh, we got a nice spot over here though. Best thing that can fit over here, probably. Yeah, let's put this one down. Put this one down right about over here. Right about over here. Leave enough room for the road. Because we might actually need more farms and distribution offices as well because of the current situation. Put one down over here as well. Current situation being like how busy those fields and stuff already are. They might not have room for more. Put this a little bit of a gap over here because I want to make sure the road's able to fit through. Might be too much of a gap over here, but I don't think the soil is very good for farming anyway. Pop you down over here. Here we might need to have small ones. I mean, I'm wondering if I could fit two at an angle, maybe. Maybe. And pause for a second there. Potentially fit this one over here and this one. Nah. Should've known. Alright, not a problem. Demolish you, unpause again for a split second. Just to get rid of the demolished structure. Of course, you know, my double tap became a triple tap there. So much for a split second. Pop you down here. And over here we'll just have some small fields, I think. Yeah, over here we'll have some like small fields. If we even, you know, need them. Eventually, yes, but there are so many other places where we'll be developing our farming capabilities as well. Oh, are you kidding me? You gonna do this to me again? Do we have easy access from up over here? I mean, these guys, they go up and around and down. A long way to go. They go up, down, over here, over here, over here. Okay, so can we go from over here then? Potentially. Too steep of a descent, alright. Not the end of the world. I do really want to focus on the automobile industry, but this is, the chances of this all being lined up is kind of ridiculous. Of, like, the timing and stuff being lined up like this, so I hope y'all don't mind. Go ahead and level train average a little bit over here. Gotta sneak that road in. Gotta sneak this road in. Come on. Come on. There we go. Let's get that field back down. Medium field. Pretty sure it'll fit. Fill. Further back. There we go. That'll do it. Cool. Perfect. Strong word, I know, perfect, but we'll use it. And you connect up over here? You can indeed. Okay, excellent. We can go ahead and scoot you over as well, I imagine. A little too tight over here. Not a problem. Back that up. Go. Push you up this way. Stuff, good stuff. And then this over here. I mean, this is a little bit of a weird situation. Not gonna lie. A little bit of a weird situation. Let's go ahead and bring this straight down, actually. Sides are too steep. Lies. Playing lies. Auto build. It's road, so it's okay. And flatten this a little bit. There we go. That'll do the trick eventually. There it is. Oh. Come on, man. Yeah, okay, we're good. Pop you down over here. And the auto build off just in case. Hook you up over here. Send you over this way. Again, a little bit of flattening required, I suppose. A little bit lower and we'd be perfect. A little bit lower and we'd be perfect. Go ahead and flatten you. Oh. There we go. There we go. Beauty. Done and done. This is all good. I want to make sure that these guys... Well, let's see if we can't assign. Good stuff. That's all of them, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Yep. The distribution office, though, that's going to be the problem. See, the distribution office, I'm pretty sure, can't take on any more buildings. So we might need to take on another small distribution office somewhere in the area. Or, well, we could put a small distribution office down over here, maybe. Or we get some trucks at this farm. Not 100% sure which one's the better call. There's the... Let's see, what is this distribution office doing, actually? It's got all these fields as well. What if we remove this one? Remove some of the small ones. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay, not the end of the world. So the distribution office is going to drop everything off over here. Actually, you know what? That's going to be a huge pain. Thank the Lord for autosaves. Because autosave is about to save us a lot of time. Again, I rarely use the autosaves when I make mistakes, but a mistake like that was a misclick. My apologies for that, by the way. It's been an interesting week already, and it's only Tuesday when I'm recording this. Didn't sleep very well last night at all. Feeling that fatigue. I was joking about it in the Discord during the live streams, so I apologize for that little goof there, but it's not the end of the world. Good over here. Let's go ahead and reassign you, and you. Yep, that's all we need to reassign. And then over here with the distribution office, I meant to... Oh, I gotta actually, like, find them here, right? Small fields. We got a couple of them. Small field... Or small field 2. I can get rid of you. Have a small field or 2 up over here as well. Maybe this one. Small field 7 we can cancel. Small field 7. Yep. I want to replace them with these, medium fields because their value for time investment or whatever you want to call it would be better. There's some more small fields as well. I'm wondering maybe this one or this one. What's the small field 2? A different small field 2. More grain skis. Go, done. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and assign these guys here, and these guys who have some trucks can take on the responsibility for this one, and this one. I believe are the ones that we have left behind. Oh, yep. Oh, no, we kept this one, did we? Okay. 1, 2, which other one did we cancel here? This was an easier way for me to check overlaps. Which one's, like, not assigned to anything. Bensky Agro Farm. Distribution office not assigned. It's gonna be one of those days. Well, we'll find out soon enough. It's a small field, so it's not gonna be the end of the world. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Let's move on from that, though. Oh, I do want to check down over here. This one's not assigned either. Oh, maybe that was the other one I was thinking about. There, done. Problem solved. I have a bit of overlap up there, so maybe let's unassign this one. This one is small field 7. More Grainsky small field 7, I believe. Yep. So we've got more Grainsky small field 2. We've got Brulinsky small field 2 is not assigned over here. Okay. I remember the 2 2s, right? Anyway, we'll see. They're small fields, so it's not going to be the end of the world. It's not as much of a difference as these medium fields are going to make. Let's move on from that, shall we? Again, apologize. But let's move on from that. Let's hit play. See all these roads get built up. You are getting built up, right? Yes, you are. You are going to be assigned to somebody as soon as I make these road connections complete over here. Go ahead and we'll start with the dirt road. Go ahead and upgrade you right away, though. Auto build. Bill. Right down to here. Right down to here. We're going to be upgrading all these roads. I mean, this is a full-on industrial area. This needs to be properly, built up and everything. Go ahead and upgrade all this as well. Right. we'll probably have another switch or something over here somewhere to connect to the power over here. So let's go ahead, and for now, you've got Uprising Grad, Uralinsky. Let's assign also Zavodsk. And you know what? St. Partia as well. Come across the river. Again, they'll work on that while we're working on some other stuff down over here, especially, let's see, these trains. You are stuck at present, but that's because this train is still moving through. Pretty soon you'll be able to go through. Excellent. You still have your 500 workers. Oh, and that's the second train pushing through right now. Good stuff, good stuff. This is the first one. Some of its workers got off over here. The rest are heading down. All right, excellent. I do think this has been solved, so that's promising. And hopefully line spacing will take over. Now, down over here, the forklift garage still needs to move some crops around. So at the warehouse, we are loading crops. We got to unload those crops at the fabric factory. We got to unload those crops. Where else? The chemical plant? The chemical plant. Unload crops. Thank you again for pointing that out. Again, would have completely missed it. Would have completely missed it. But when we broke the connection over here, we stopped sending crops over. Like, that got unassigned, and I forgot to reassign it. So we now have crops coming to the Petrograd huge chemical plant. Yes, cool. Yeah, excellent. And then the wood, of course, is coming from down over here, which is really topped up. I wonder if we should put down some more trees. Doesn't hurt to do so. Doesn't hurt to do so while we're thinking about it. Some seed pine over here. Pop a bunch of you down. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. And then I do believe Zavodsk is still okay. Yeah, we still got lots of trees up over here. Though, I should probably check up on our wood production up over here. Yeah, this place is like barren. There's like nothing going on over here. Seed pine. Go ahead and get all of this done over here. Alright, you know what? That was quicker than expected. I think when the sun rises, we're going to go ahead and auto-build a bunch of this stuff over here. Maybe some resources will arrive, but I have my doubts. I have my doubts. It's a long trek over from any of the construction offices, which is why I'm just going to auto-build it. We've got the money again, right? It's a non-issue, the finances. This connection's done. The other thing that was pointed out as well, actually, is like maybe we should dismantle our mechanical components factory over here. It's, you know, using steel. Where's that steel going right now? It's being taken for export. We might actually stop these exports as well, right? We don't want to... We want to use the steel to produce the end products rather than steal the steel for just exports. There's more value to be had out of them. But yeah, if we get rid of mechanical components over here, we can do two things, right? We can do two things. We can either... I wonder, actually... Would a train... Like, this is... The factory connections are two ways. So if a train comes over here, would it be able to... No, it wouldn't work like that. It'd be pretty interesting if it was able to actually pick up mechanical components as well because of this connection, but no, why? It wouldn't work like that. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. That's okay. Might either turn this off or demolish it, so we're not wasting steel, or rather we're not producing mechanical components down over here when we're already going to produce it up over here as well anyway. We also need to purchase a bunch of forklifts over here, and we also got to get power over here, right? Yeah. So, let's see. Let's purchase... Well, first of all, let's go ahead and do some assignments over here. There's a lot of moving parts to this. There's a lot of moving parts to this. So actually, you know, we might actually see some progress over here before we're ready to build it all up. What are we doing here? We're going to add to these forklift garages. Come on. Pay for this. And just pay for this as well. And for you too. Done. These guys are all connected. Yep. Okay, excellent. So let's go ahead and add. What do we need? You. No connection there because that's direct connection. That's fine. No connection here. Okay. Maybe... Oh, no. You know what? This needs to be built. Maybe now? Yes, beautiful. I was told daisy chaining worked, and I suddenly got worried that maybe that was an older build or something else. But no, looks like we're good. Okay, great. Excellent. That's all good. We're going to need a truck to deliver from here. That's fine. I mean, if we really wanted to go overboard. Nah. We need a truck. More than just one truck, but one has to wonder if we went up this way. Came around this way, because there are things that allow for factory crossings with railroads. Nah, you know, it'd be too much of a hassle. A couple of trucks here and there are not a problem. Trucks are essential to the flow of goods as well. Let's not downplay the importance of trucks. Okay. So, you're not going to let me choose anything yet. Presumably because there's nothing to choose yet. Fair enough. Go ahead and do a couple things, actually. Buy... Are those the best forklifts available? 50 kilometers per hour, 47 kilowatt engine speed, 45 and 40. Well, looks like we're getting these YL78s. Same type of cargo, general cargo. Yep. Alright, cool. We don't want this to be slow. I don't know if I'll need that many. But again, we have the money for it. Let's do it. And I wish I could duplicate the tasks from here over to here. Now that we've got the forklifts, we can actually assign. Let's see, so from the open storage, we're going to bring steel. From the electronics assembly hall, mechanical components. No, sorry, electronics assembly hall, electronics. From the electrical components factory, electrical components. From the vehicle production line, nothing gets loaded here. We unload. We unload mechanical components. No, we don't need to do that. Steel. It's cool that vets don't grab. This should be okay. Yeah, we should be fine here. I imagine the fire trucks are already on their way over. Okay. Sorry, so steel we need to bring over from the open storage. Electronics and fabrics will be coming from the warehouse, so they'll be trucked over. Okay. You need fabric, electronics, you need electronic components. Let's get those as well. Plastics and fabrics will be trucked over. Yes. And just making sure I've got everything, all my literal boxes checked over here. Now, what do we need to do unloading for? So electronic or electrical components need to be taken to the electronics assembly hall, which is not this, but this. And here we need electronics assembly hall requires mechanical components as well as electronic components. Yes. I wonder if I shouldn't get another warehouse down over here. Truck from this warehouse down to over here and then have a connection to these forklift garage systems down over here. That might not be a bad idea, actually. It was probably a more efficient way to plan. Actually, you know, this is pretty mountainous. I don't think we could have fit another set of train tracks over here without blowing up the side of a mountain. So we'll make do with what we can. All right, cool. So again, we are at the open storage. We're loading steel. That's all we need over here. That steel gets unloaded where? That steel gets automatically unloaded at the mechanical components factory. It also gets taken by forklift over to the vehicle production line. Vehicle production or vehicle assembly hall or whatever it's called. Okay, cool. From the electronics assembly factory, we get the electronics, but it needs mechanical components and electronic components to actually make those electronics. From the electrical components factory, we pick up the electrical components. None of these things... Hold on. You need steel. Okay, so we unload steel over here as well. Chemicals are coming from elsewhere. We don't have them yet, right? So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. And then the Bharat vehicle production line, we are delivering steel, electronic components, and electronics. Cool. Okay. Okay. So that's that. Apart from that, though, what is this bus doing over here for construction? Yeah, for construction. Oh, for this little piece over here. Fair enough. How's this coming along? It's got resources, so it'll be a little bit cheaper than it was at first. But there's still work to do over here. So, okay, if we're going to go ahead and establish a warehouse over here, my thinking is, all right, let's go ahead and demolish this, right? We're going to need our factory, not the crossing, but the road. So that's the mod, right? Factory, just trying to make this a bit more efficient if possible. Forklift facility here. Forklift road crossing. Another building on fire. Let's see, let's start by putting this thing down over here. Uprising grad, so we should be okay, I hope. Fire truck's on its way. That's just a red car. Come on now. Yeah, looks like that's the fire truck on its way over. Alright, good stuff. Good thing it's not stuck behind a train, eh? It looks like these trucks are indeed moving smoothly over here. Maybe it'll take some time for the gaps to increase again, but looks like we do have some smooth movement over here. Good stuff. All right, back up over here. And we, nah, of course not. It's too sharp a turn. No surprise there, but it's okay because this was never a straight road anyway, so I don't feel so bad in getting rid of it. Go ahead and pop you up to here, pop you up to there. Go ahead and get our footpath connected over here so that all the workers are able to go to work from the train station. Good stuff. Okay, okay, excellent. I'm going to go ahead and establish our warehouse over here now. Yeah, I think a warehouse over here makes sense. See, what I could have done... It's not too late to do this afterwards, too. I think the opportunity is there, and it might be worth pursuing, actually. But what we could do is... Oh, I'm doing that connection. There we go. Come on. Yep, good stuff. What we could do... Kill me. Could be okay. Go ahead and height from center this. Pay for it. Nice and easy. In theory. Okay. Now. Where is my warehouse? Get you down over here. Yeah, excellent. More or less. Done. See, what we could have done is connect this track up over here instead. We'd have to shift some stuff around now. But we could have done this instead, and that way all the materials being put over there will be put over here instead. Immediately connected to all of this. Immediately connected to all of this. That makes more sense to me. That makes more sense to me. A little unfortunate about, you know, this whole ordeal, if you will. Still need part of this track because we have this back over here, right? This might not be a bad idea. And again, we'll just pay for all this. We'll push this down a little bit. Wonder if... I wonder if we do this... Who knows, I might be making a terrible mistake here. I'm sure y'all will point out if that's the case. I want to make sure that trains are able to cross after this. I mean, I could add... Could make this kind of two sets of tracks side by side, right? Connect, like have trains waiting over here if necessary. Might need to be longer than that, though. Could also do, could also do it the other way around, where like these guys pop out over here. Pushing a little bit further. Then connect them over here. You know what? Maybe. This might be a terrible idea. This might be a terrible idea. Go ahead and demolish it. And again, don't worry, I'm going to be paying for all this. These are all minor adjustments and stuff after the fact. I want to make sure that we hear those little pink dots because they bother me so much. Like they're just sitting there doing nothing, right? So a train could wait. Well, I guess yeah, it would have to wait over here. If we have two trains working with these warehouses, right? It would have to wait like over here to go in, and that's fine. I might want to make this a little bit longer as a result, just a touch. Not too much, just a touch. And then we connect you over here and connect you over here. Right, okay. Where do we put the crossing then? Over here? It just seems so short, you know? This we can't get rid of entirely. This will rarely see any use though. Just when the vehicle export train is coming through, I suppose. So this area becomes a bit of a two-way. Like this area is all kind of like two ways, I suppose. And down over here we have our swap. It makes me a little nervous, but hopefully it's not the end of the world. Find out soon enough if it is, right? I think that's all good. Famous last words. Not that expensive. Oh, it's we reached a time where $250,000 is not that expensive. I'm just like thinking this through in my head. So if a train's coming up this way, Why are you guys stuck over here? If a train's coming up this way, decides to go up this way, right, on the right side, decides it needs to be going straight, it can do that. Decides it needs to get on here, it can do that. Decides it needs to swap its sides, it can do that as well, if necessary for some reason. Train leaving here can wait over here or over here. We can make this two ways as well, right? And so train leaving would wait on that side, while train coming would wait on this side. Fair bit of length over there. Trains over here would wait along this section of track. That's a fair bit of length. Trains coming from up over here would wait along, like, one of these sections of track. Well, probably like this section of track. Yeah, it's a fair bit of length. I think we're okay here. Let's go ahead and pay for it. Let's do it. I hope that wasn't a foolish endeavor. We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. Alright, good stuff. Let's get this thing paid for as well. Get this thing paid for as well. I want to make sure that this is all working as needed. Okay, close you as well, please. You're almost done. So now, well, one thing I want to do first, actually, before I get ahead of myself, is get this distribution office, add these two forklift garages as drop-off points for fuel. These guys will run out, and I will forget about it, guaranteed. Dropping off fuel over here. Okay, excellent. Yep, good stuff. So now, back to this task over here. You guys are going to go ahead and add this warehouse over here. Now from this warehouse, we're going to be loading chemicals, plastics, fabrics. How's everything coming from down south? We could also load everything over here. You know, this also could be a good warehouse to store clothes in, actually. Now that I think about it. Pretty central to Uprising Grad and not too far away from Brixtonia either. It might not be a bad idea. But hang on, okay, we'll stay focused here. Okay, so we've got you picking up chemicals, fabric, plastics. I'm wondering if we want to dump things here as well, right? Maybe. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. The building on fire. Technical University of Veteran Cadet. There's a lot of fires going on right now. There's like some serious like sedition or something happening. There's like arson. It's not normal. It's a lot more fire than usual. But okay, so all right, we've got this selected. Okay, we've got all you guys selected. So now we can actually consider where we need plastic. So let's do this one step at a time. The open storage, obviously, we're not unloading anything over there. Raharad Electronics Assembly Hall. I keep saying factory hall. Requires plastic, so we're going to unload plastics. Yep. The electrical components factory requires plastic. We're going to unload plastics. We're going to unload chemicals as well. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Fire extinguished. Good stuff. Vehicle production line, meanwhile, requires... Vehicle production line requires fabric, plastic, mechanical components are being sent directly, so that's fine. Yeah, it's everything. Okay, cool. I think that's significantly better. Okay, now the annoying thing is, again, copying all this over. Ugh. Open storage, electronics assembly hall, electrical components factory, vehicle production line, warehouse number 2. I did that so that I can just kind of look at them side by side and copy them. Look at the pace over here. Load steel. Not unloading anything over here, so let's uncheck that, just to be clear. We're not loading anything at the electronics assembly hall. That's not normal. Right. We need to look at this one for reference. That would help. We're good. We're good. Got you. Unload all of these. Yeah, excellent. Next up is the vehicle production line. Well, we're not loading anything. We're unloading plastics, fabrics, steel, electronic components, electronics, and then the warehouse over here from where we are loading chemicals, fabric, plastics. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Now, where are my fuel trucks? Why have they not arrived yet? I would expect at least one to arrive by now. All related vehicles. All right, buildings are headed over. Vehicles are headed over right now, so they're, yeah, good stuff. They're making their way over. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so that's the distribution of raw materials around over here. We have this train kind of stuck up over here. That's, you know what? No big deal. Let's go ahead and pay for all this. I think the time has come. The time has come. Right, these are all moving smoothly. Yeah, it looks like it. Fantastic. Just doing a once-over over here. Are crops coming through? Because I know we had the distribution office bringing crops over slowly. It might be time to add another truck, actually, if we're actually about to pick things up over here until this these tracks are built. But again, like, building these tracks, we might just pay for them. Get that train doing the job. Again, getting the train from the depot down to here is a bit of a pain, because it'll like need to first come over here and then come down over here, but I don't think the game understands that it can do that. I'm gonna have to like send it over here and then change its responsibilities. Or actually, you know what? It should be able to, because it has 2 points. It has this and this. So okay, my bad. I take that back. Construction, though, it won't work that way. Construction won't work that way. No big deal. All right, stay focused over here. So pay for all this. Do it. Can't believe it's time. Can't believe it's time. Can't believe it's happening. Pay for you. Pay for you. You built up as well. You done up over here. This connection done. Again, if there's any mistakes over here, it's not, again, we've got money. Not the end of the world. You know what? Finish you off as well. We've done everything we needed to. Finish you off too. We've, quote-unquote, proven our point in terms of our capabilities and accomplishments and whatnot. There we go. Fuel has arrived in droves because they drove over with the fuel. So that's all good. Now we need to make sure that we're actually delivering the resources. Now the question becomes, how do we want to deliver the resources? Well, steel is its own thing, obviously, so steel will get brought over, dropped off over here. And everything else gets dropped off over here. In one train or multiple trains? I think one train makes sense. Is that we are stopping at this warehouse. Where is that warehouse? Stopping at this warehouse. Picking everything up. Moving away. Fabric is going to be a pain, isn't it? Because we've got this stealing all the fabric. Well, right now it's not. Missing crops, that's why. We'll deal with that in a moment. Let's go ahead and... You know what, actually? Let's go ahead and pay for these tracks as well. Get this stuff done so we can start getting crops coming through. Sooner rather than later. Okay, get you all done over here. I've seen a lot of requests in the comments. It was like, yeah, I think it's time to start just like building stuff. There's no reason to keep challenging ourselves to build everything. Sorry, time to start paying for some stuff. I don't know if I said that correctly. It's just time to like just start paying for some of these constructions, because we do have so much money that from time to time it's just more, you know, just to accomplish certain tasks. It'd be nice to do this. There will still be moments of grandiose construction that we take on ourselves, of course, entirely. But from time to time, it's just like, well, for this tract of track, it would take so much more effort than it's worth. Okay, so first order of business, let's go ahead and get some boxcars shipping crops from here over to here. 62 tons is the max capacity. 62 tons at a time at most. Maybe not a bad idea. That seems like a reasonable roundish number, right? Do we have power over here, by the way? We don't, right? We do. We do have the power over here. Excellent, okay. That's all good. So, first order of business. Let's get that train. First order of business, let's take a look at the semaphores. So, over here, one ways, I mean, I don't know if that's right. I guess that is right. Up over here, we have the two-way chains going into this junction over here and going up over there. Know about that. These guys are going into junctions over here as well, so let's go ahead and pop you... Right, pop you down over here, right side, so... Going like this. We're going into a junction eventually. Do that. Do this. So a train has to fit in here, basically. Might actually be able to... Nope, too tight. Put you over here, so a train has to fit that length. Again, might actually be able to push this even further out. Nope, too far. There. Alright, cool. That on the way back out. Does this need to be a chain? No, I don't think so, because I would like to treat this as one block. If a train is here right now, then a train should be stopped over here. This shouldn't be a chain, it should be a regular, because there's no, like, decision-making over here. It's just the next one over, I think. Again, it's going to be trial and error over here, folks. I don't know, over 100 and however many episodes, still familiarizing myself with these concepts. Over here, this is a two-way chain, and this is a two-way chain. We want these to be two ways. This right now is a dead end, so irrelevant. It might eventually connect to something. And this right now only concerns itself with deliveries from the automobile production, like vehicle assembly hall or what have you. So that's fine. In theory, this should all work. In theory, we'll put it to practice soon enough. So first order of business is crops. Now we don't need a very long train for that at all. Again, like we said, was it 62 tons or something? Was it 62 tons of crops at any given time? We could probably ship less than that at a time. Let's not waste money. However, let's get a fairly fast vehicle still. I think it was the DR class 243 that's been requested quite a few times. It's not as fast as this one, but I believe this. I'm trying to remember now from the Discord. If not, it's not the end of the world. It's only 750,000 rubles. Feels so weird being able to say that. We could buy no, only diesel locomotives over here. Cargo wagons, cement tanks. Not worth it. I mean, not needed rather. Not worth it. Not needed. So let's go ahead and buy one of these because again, I do believe it was pretty heavily requested. I think this is a reasonable spot to put something that only goes at 120 kilometers per hour. It's not going to be covering massive distances or anything like that, and save a little bit of money actually. So let's go ahead and buy you. Get our cargo wagons. So we said 62 tons of crops. 62 tons of crops. Some nice colors. 55 tons, 54 tons, 53 tons. Alright, might go with 54 tons. Oh, it's tempting, isn't it? It's tempting. Have that bright blue. Just the one, though. It seems kind of weird. Also used for components, plastics, chemicals, all that sort of stuff. You know what? Why not? Why not make it a little bit distinct? Sure. I'll buy one of these. It's a little bit more expensive. Just one more ton of crops being shipped around. What about everything else? One more ton of basically anything. All right, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's add some color to our trains. Red and blue. Don't worry, we still have the red in there. We still have the red in there. All right, you. What's your job? Your job is going to be to go all the way down to over here as the first stop, right? Even though it's going to be to unload stuff you're not carrying. And then over here as your second stop, technically, to load things that you will be carrying. There we go. That should go off without a hitch. No, train electric. Oh, right, of course. Right. I don't know why it removed the other station as well. Let's go ahead and add it before it starts breaking things. In case it starts breaking things. Speak of the devil. Game crashed. Amazing. Well, not too much was lost there, so that's good. Let's go ahead and attach you. There we go. Load props. Good stuff. This is all done. Let's go ahead and make sure we have that power connection over here as well. So, infrastructure. We want to probably put the switch down over here. I believe we can actually pull a connection out of here. Might be the prettiest thing. Pull you up this way. Pull you across this way, and then up over here. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay for that. Done. Regular speed, please. Launch you. There we go. And we're off. That is a nice bright blue, isn't it? Now, this is going to be the smallest train out of this area. We don't need to ship that many crops between those two spots. It's going to be the smallest train out of that area, but here it is. The maiden voyage out of our vehicle construction facilities, or vehicle production facilities, I suppose I should say. It's nice to soak things like this in from time to time. This is going to be a very interesting experiment in terms of what works and what doesn't work. Wait, why are you on your left side? This doesn't work. Don't tell me you're going to be on the left side throughout this whole process. Let's see over here. These are all two ways all the way through. Is that the case? Yeah, it is. That's why. That's why. Flip you back homeward bound here temporarily. Let's go. Don't tell me you're stuck here now because you're on the right side. Well, hey, this is a good test for this. Should be able to get up there. Should be able to get up there. These trains are not struggling with this presence. Okay, good. Yeah, that was totally intentional. Totally intentional. Want to make sure... right side. Ah, there we go. That should prevent the crossovers and still allow construction to continue. Yeah, looks like we're working fine. Good stuff. Cancel that. Go around. Over to Petrograd, yes. Cool. Entirely intentional. So off we go. I mean, this is why it's good to check these things, right? I might have missed that otherwise. I'd have missed that completely otherwise and let it go on for God knows how long and then would have found out when there was a huge jam at some point. Oh, why are you stopped? Keep going, buddy. Keep going. I believe in you. Was it like 120 kilometers per hour and then suddenly coming to a sudden stop like on a dime? Very capable piece of equipment over here. Not exactly what I was hoping for, though. Alright, let's go. We're gonna stick to the right side, right? We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're not crossing over yet. We're sticking to the right side now. Again, just need to adjust that one. Gonna loop around this way. Over we go. Over to the right. Oh, yeah, this is... I like this as well. I like the terrain as well. This, like, subtle, soft drop over here. Nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. Bit of an uphill struggle coming up, but again, nothing too wild. Nothing too crazy. It's good. How fast are you going, actually, right now? I feel like we're not hitting our top speeds. Again, got to struggle upwards a little bit. And there's the passenger trains as well. Ah, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's such a massive, like, undertaking this was. Like, how long have we been building this, you know? Let's see if we hit our 160 over here. This is our straightaway. Or 120, right? This one goes 120. Yeah, we're hitting max speeds. Fair enough. Feels so slow, doesn't it? Feels so slow. Beautiful. Off in the distance, you can see the fields as well. It's so good. Feels so good. Feels so good. Under this bridge. That passenger train coming around, taking over. Oh, man, that feels so cool. Now, why are we stuck over here? Let's see. Is it because of construction? I assume so. I assume it's because of this construction over here. Fair enough, fair enough. Go ahead and make sure we separate our pieces here. So you're coming down this way. Chain over here. Makes sense, I think. Got the crossing over here. Chain over here as well. Because you're going to come through now. Be fine. On the way out, you should be fine as well. We might want to put some stuff down over here to separate these guys. Again, it's like going from one intersection to another right away, right? So you should be in the clear over here. Probably need some semaphores down over there eventually. But right now it's just the one train using this thing. Eventually we're going to be exporting, right? Using these same tracks to export other goods as well, but we might be okay for now. You know, keep an eye out for it. The passenger trains work on a completely separate system. They just look like they're on the same, you know, sets, but they're completely disconnected, so they should be fine. You're going to come down over here, you're going to pick up some crops, you're going to make your way over. It is kind of slow, actually. Seeing it at 120, it does feel a little slow, doesn't it? There you go. You come up over here. Really quick to load, right? And here comes the crops. 55 tons is not that much. It will take a minute, and then you'll head back down. All right, cool. That seems like it's working just fine. Excellent. Excellent. The next orders of business, though, are a little bit more intense. So, how many tons of steel do we want to store over here? At any point in time, we can store over 1,000 tons. I don't know if we ever need that much. Because, again, the more it can load, the longer it has to stay down here to actually load up. Like, do we do... It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. to like pinpoint exactly the quantity I want to ship. 160 kilometers per hour for this one for sure. But if we stop exporting the steel, if we stop producing mechanical components, we'll basically be topped up at all times. So maybe we aim for 150 tons of steel per move. Let's see, if we take a look at cargo wagons, if we take a look at the open wagons over here, 79, 67, 70. Get a couple of those. Again, a pretty short train, all things considered. But I guess, you know, if it sits here for a little while, loads up on a metaphorical 1,000 tons of steel, and drops it off over here, the next time it's over here waiting to load up, all these things will be able to use the steel that's already over here, rather than waiting for the train to make its way back. So, a bit of give and take over there. A bit of give and take. Unfortunately, that giving and taking actually has to wait until next session. I can't believe it. I thought we were going to get it all active today, but I guess I just didn't realize how many moving parts there were. But with that said, though, I am glad that we spent the time to establish some of these upgrades. I think this will make a world of difference over here. I think this will make a world of difference as we only import, chemicals, fabric, no need for alcohol, no need for food, no need for, oh, we might do clothes over here, actually. Electronic components, plastics, electronics. Gonna leave some room for these things as well if we decide to store them. Right, but I feel like this is going to be such a big mechanical components we don't need. I'll sort this out later. This is such a big like efficiency increase over here, I think. So that'll be. I'm very glad we spent the time to do that. I'm glad we spent the time to do this as well. You can see how much easier it is to get a train down over here rather than you know, from all the way up at St. Portia. But unfortunately, you know, all those little improvements and the improvements up over here as well. Again, let's not forget the addition of these fields that will hopefully make a more steady flow of crops up over here. We'll see. We'll keep an eye out for it. That all kind of like took more time than initially anticipated, I suppose. What an upgrade, though. What a pretty massive change to the area. A pretty massive change, or set of changes, I suppose, to the area that will make things a lot more, will make things, I think, a bit more fluid, flow more easily when the time comes. But I guess, yes, ultimately, it is one more episode to wait, folks, until the cars actually start rolling out. My apologies for that. If I got your hopes up, I got my own hopes up as well. But we're not that far away. We can taste it. At least we were focused on it for like most of today's session. A couple of issues here and there, but that was most of today's session, and we made I think we made as much progress as we could have, with the minor distractions here and there. Pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with this. Population is still looking okay. All this stuff's still looking pretty good. We need to take care of other factors soon as well. I mean, it looks like our TV station is up and running, so there's that as well. There is that as well. Good stuff. Unemployment should be, ooh, well, interesting. Keep an eye out for this stuff, but we'll have to organize this stuff. Again, next session, we're going to kick it off with getting this up and running once and for all. It's got to be next session. It's got to be next session, and then maybe we'll have some time to deal with the circumstances over here at Tirov, soon to be renamed as well. But folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. Like I said before, you know, if you have any ideas, suggestions, thoughts, stories, opinions, feelings, whatever you want to share, or whatever you know, ideas you might want to criticize or provide from my end or to my end, feel free to do that in the comments down below, and I will be addressing, you know, everything one way or another, either replying in the comments themselves or reacting to them in my, you know, actions during a session or during our planning. Folks, ooh, what a session. We're close. We're almost there. We're almost there. So excited. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, das vidanya.